This is Irontrader. It is Monday morning, so it's time to go to work. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, commodity, ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have crude oil daily, weekly chart. Okay, here's what we got going here today. Well, this is going to be the key levels right here. Okay, so we look at this. This is your 8 SMA. You're looking at 77.53. And then right below that is we have this 21-day at 77.38. We need to hold this here on a closing basis. That is going to be absolute key to the whole situation. Now, this is like a bull flag situation. You have your pole and then you have your flag in here. Now, but we got a trading range between here. There's now this 821-day here and this 100-day. Okay, so basically what we want to do is trade this range until we can break either higher or this breaks out lower. Okay, so here's another key level that we want to watch here is going to be this 77.82. Right now the price is above it and we're holding that support level. Okay, so let's look at the downside here. Right here, this is what you want to do, 77.53. This 21-day here at 77.38. Again, if that is lost here, then what we'll do is we can come over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 76.67. We could look at the top of this candle. You're looking at 76.25. And then we can come over here. You're looking at 75.79. And then we can just work yourself down. Look at the bottom there, 75.21. We'll look at the top of this candle, 74.33. The bottom of that candle, you're looking at 74.06, and then work yourself all the way down here until you get your retest down to 72.48. Now, I always like to show you where it could possibly go if that 8 and 21 day, but right now we got this trading range, and that's all really what we're worrying about here. So let's look at the upside here. You're looking at 78.41. Then we'll come over to the top of this candle. You're looking at 78.89, and then we look at Friday's high at 79.15, and then we're looking here at this 100-day at 79.49, and then we have your 79.71, your 200-day, and then we have your 50-day right above that at 79.97. When you look at a weekly here, you got 79.38, 79.72, okay, 79.62. Everything is jammed right up in this scenario right here, just like we have here. Okay, so this is what we're trading. But when you look at the overall pattern here, and I'm going to pull this back a little bit here. Okay, what does this look like? Okay, so you got your left shoulder. We got your head, and we got a right shoulder here that's building. Now, this could take some time. You could trade it out, trade it all the way out here, but just trade that range here. But again, if this breaks out here and we get above this price channel here, okay, 80.62, you're going right there, okay? Very, very simple, 80.62, because what you do is you take this neckline minus this 72.48 and you just flip that upside down, and it's going to take us right back to that highs again here. It's just going to be a matter of time here. That's all it's going to be. But you got to have patience. But in the meantime, trade the range. Make money. What's the difference? Okay. So we just look at this range trading until we can get all the way here above all this 79 level, which is jammed up on your daily and jammed up here on your weekly chart here. Now, again, watch this 8 SMA. That's going to be very, very crucial on a closing basis. And this 21-day, if this happens to sell off, then we can come all the way down. Then you would negate that pattern. Okay. However, right now we have that pattern is building, and we just want to trade this range here. But just watch out here for this Friday's high. That's always a good resistance levels at 70.15, and then watch out for that Hondo there at 79.51. RSI here looking good. Green over your red, that shows bullish signs. Very, very good. RSI here, plenty of room to run. The green is trying to curl up here. So overall, we're looking very good here. But again, today is only Monday. We got to see how this all shakes out. But by Friday, what we want to do is obviously we want to hold this 8 SMA. Very, very key. And you want to hold that 21-day on a closing basis. But we got 5 days here to do all that. Okay, so we want to trade off of this daily chart here and just trade this range here until she breaks up. Now, did I say this could go sideways just like we had here for all those days, but we got to see how it's all going to shake out. Okay, let's take a look here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas, your hourly and your 4-hour chart. Now, you can see here where this is not good. Okay, so we ran all the way up here, nice series of higher highs and higher lows. Peaked right out here, and then we just could not get through. And now what we have is just the opposite of that, a series of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so now we're just cracking all the way on down here. Okay, so what you always want to do is just look to the left of the chart here and those are going to be your support levels. Follow those price channels all the way down. When you look at here on a 4-hour chart, it's just a little bit more clear. This is what we really need to hold. Is going to be this 100 SMA here. You're looking at 2.77. Okay, so that's exactly what we need to hold. Okay, so we lost this level here. And or I should say you're pretty much right on this level, which is basically the bottom of this candle. Okay, so you look at that, that's 2.79. Now, if that's lost here, then we're going to go right down here to the next candle. You're looking at 2.72. And then we just follow these price channels here all the way across. Okay, you have look at 2.60, and then we come all the way here. You're looking at 2.575, and then we can follow it all the way down. Right now, we still have a series of higher lows, I should say. See, we have a low, higher low, and then we hold in this 100-day, we have a higher low here. However, that 8 crossed over, the 21 days rolling over, that's not a very good, what you call, bullish sign. We'll look on a daily chart here and a weekly. We'll see exactly where it's going to go here. But again, we need to hold this 100 SMA here to keep that pattern in chart intact, I should say. That's 2.77. Again, if it does hold it, then what you want to do is then the next level, look on the upside here. So looking for that 8 SMA here at 2.86. You're looking at that 2.92 on that 50-day. And then we have your 21-day at 2.95 here. So this is what you're looking for here on the upside. But on the downside, see this? High, lower high, lower high, lower high. And now we're coming all the way down here. The key is to holding it at 100 SMA. If you hold it, then we can have a nice, good, maybe a run back here up again. But if it doesn't, then we follow these price channels all the way on down here in the bottom of those candles to maybe even hit that 200-day here at 2.56. Okay, let's take a look here on a daily and a weekly. Okay, here we have your daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see last week here on your weekly chart here, we put that topping tail in here, okay? So we got as high as 3.159. We didn't quite make it up here to the top here at 3.189. Okay, so came out just a little bit short. And then we put that topping tail situation in here. Now you can see here where so far today we have this week here we have a lower low, but again this is only Monday. Now your key support here is going to be 2 levels. It's going to be this 8 SMA here sitting at 2.595. And then we have that 50-day roughly at 2.509 with 2.51. These are going to be very, very crucial. Now, if you watch my videos in the past, I said this 8-day crossed over that 21-day. Got to be a little patient with this. And then over the 50-day, this here, as this runs up here on a weekly basis, this is going to provide very, very good support unless it's lost. Okay. Once it's lost, well, then we know what we get. You get this, okay. But if it's above, then we have this. Okay. So this is what you want to watch here on your key level here by Friday is holding this 8 SMA and holding that 50 SMA here. If not, we could come all the way down here to that 21-day here. But right now, this is looking here still very, very good. Your green is over your red here. That's still very, very bullish. Your RSI isn't really telling you anything. You're sitting there. That could go either way on that situation. Now, on a daily chart here, you can see here how nice. We had this nice higher highs, higher lows, and this is what you get, okay? Nice, good rally. But what do we have here? Okay, so we had that inside day, and then we had these lower lows, okay? When you see this kind of a pattern, okay, now over the weekend I posted a video there. It's got Gordon Gecko on it, so you can't miss it. All about the candlesticks and chart patterns. And this is one of the things that you always want to look for is when you get this series of lower highs and lower lows. That's never a good situation. And now we're looking at we gap down. Okay, so here's what we really want to look at. Your key support is going to be this right here, okay? 2.76. That is your 21 SMA. That's going to be very, very crucial. And then what we do is we can look right over here to the top of this candle. You're looking at 2.75 is next. We'll come right over here. You're looking at 2.65. Then we can just keep riding this all the way on down here. You're looking at 2.57, and then you can come all the way down here to your 8-day and your 50-day. But right here, 2.47, that's your 200-day. That's going to be your big target here if that 21-day is lost. Okay, now you can see here we're trading this box situation here, and then we start putting in a series of them higher lows. See, and then once it takes off, then it just rallies. But here, as long as we can hold this 21-day, we're good shape. But now we left this gap. So on the upside, we want to look at today's high so far. You're looking at 2.848. And then we want to look at Friday's low. That's 2.87. Okay, so 2.848. That's your gap. 2.87, there's your fill, gap fill, and then your next level is going to be right here, is going to be the bottom of this candle at 2.89, and then we have your 8-day at 2.94. So right now you're trading this range, okay, your 21-day against your 8-day. Okay, so this is the same thing like we're doing on crude oil. Okay, so you have that range, except this is looking ugly where crude oil looks like it's building an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, but again, if you hold this 8-day, then that our 21-day here, this might be a good buying opportunity to scalp this bad boy right up here to the 8-day simple moving average. Now again, if that 21-day is lost, I'll be in the KOLD and I'll be shorting this bad boy here down to this 8 to the 50-day and possibly down to your 200 SMA here. If, big if, that 21-day is lost here on a closing basis. Okay, so always watch that upside, watch that gap, watch that fill, watch that 8 SMA. Now again, say this takes off and rallies, okay, and you break through that 8 SMA. Well, then what we do is we look at a Friday's high. You're looking at 3 flat, okay? And then we'll come over here to the top of this candle, looking at 3.09. Then we're looking at 3.13, and then we have 3.15 level here. So we know what our targets are if you can break it. But again, you're trading this range. So just trade this range here unless she breaks down, then we short her down. If it breaks above that, then we go long and you take it right back up again. Very, very easy. Now, RSI here, we had this negative divergence going on here. That's the first tell. So I always like the RSI. It really works. It does multiple things. It not just shows you the relative strength, but it shows you this divergence. See how we had a high here? Okay, we had a high. Then we had an even higher high, but we had a lower high. See that? Negative divergence. Okay, that's a signal that says this bad boy is going to go selling off here. That's just the first tell. Then you always wait for your MACD. See where you have your green cross below the red, that's a sell signal. Okay, so you just add all those up, you add that with the candlesticks, and this is what you have going on right here. So today, watch the 21-day, watch that 8-day, see how this will shake out here between. Don't be afraid to trade it, and don't be afraid to use stop losses. Okay, if you get my rule of thumb is 3 times. If I get stopped out 3 times, then I'm done with that trade for the day. Okay, but keep your stop loss a little bit loose on natural gas because it's very, very volatile. Okay, so just remember that it's a very, very volatile situation. Okay, so just keep it a little bit loose. I always like to say like a 1%. So if you're trading something that says is $50, you put a stop loss at $49.50. Okay, so you take that little bit of loss, but you don't want to have that thing and have no loss and come down to $48 or $47, and then you say, oh shit, now I got to try to rebuy this. And see, don't get yourself into that scenario. Take your little loss, move on. There's always other trades here, okay? But 3 losses, boom, you're done for the day with that natural gas, okay? But right now, trade this range, okay, until she breaks down or she breaks up. Just that easy. Okay, I'll be back here midday trading, and we're going to go a little bit more in depth, and we'll see what natural gas is doing, what crude oil is doing, and then we always throw something else in the mix. Okay, thanks for watching.